The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman. This is the 8 a.m. edition because it's going to be recorded and played at noon. I have to be out, so I'm doing the early show. So let's look at what's going on. The Dow futures right now are down 115. The E-mini is down 14. So we've got a situation that has followed through to the sharp gap down move yesterday. Let me go through this technical Friday. I'll go through everything in detail so that we can look at this and say what's next based on at least my methodology. And actually, I really want to dedicate this particular show to my dear friend who I found out this morning that he passed away, and that is Herb Brun. And almost all these indicators that you see that have some kind of technical veracity to them. I worked with Herb, 15 years ago. I don't know how long we've been working for, a long time. And what's fascinating, as far as I'm concerned, what's fascinating about everything that we did together is I still use my basic concept. It was initially the 7 waveform going to a peak D, and then I found out it could actually go higher. But most importantly, through Herb, because he wanted me to be able to put things down in technical terms, mathematical terms, cogent terms that aren't visual, but are in fact based on some kind of a methodology of analysis through numbers. He really forced me to do a lot of things that I kind of took for granted, that even when the proof of the pudding was shown to me, all it did was give veracity, give me a confidence that I was onto something that was really important. So this is to my dear friend Herb. I'm going to miss him, and he did move to from the Boston area. He did move quite a number of years ago to New York, but we were in touch a lot, and he used TradeStation. And he really knew how to get about. In fact, what he used to do is he developed programs, and Herb was, I don't know how old he was. He was one of the first graduates at MIT, was doing work on the computer. And I think he was well in his 80s, up, in fact, maybe it says right here. This is his daughter. Unfortunately, my father passed away January 23rd. I think my mother was trying to reach you. Had been in hospital for 3 weeks and a rehab center for 2 weeks. Luckily, he did not suffer. Thank you for worrying about him. He talked about you often, and sorry we were unable to reach you sooner. And no, it doesn't say so. But I knew there was an issue because it was the first time ever that I sent either emails or called his telephone, and there was no reply, and it was just him and me. I did not know the family. I did meet his wife a number of times, but I only had emails occasionally that he sent as a joint email, and therefore I was able to track down his daughter's email. So here's to Herb. I'm going to miss you a lot. So the Dow made what we call in the Chapman parlance the peak D potential top. Let me just quickly go through this for those of you who are new to my work. Okay, of course I don't have it there. I'll find it during the break. Oh, I must have got rid of it. Sorry about that. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it right here. So in the Chapman methodology, when I used to hand chart back in the 70s and early 80s, I found that if you identified the lowest low, if you merely counted each successively higher peak, and this was usually on a closing price, it was just a single line. When you got to the 4th highest peak, I labeled it D, A, B, C, D, peak A, peak B, peak C, and the highest one at that time was peak D. Other things could happen. Then I found it could go to 3 higher peaks. It could go to an E, an F, and a G. It could never go to an H. There was no H. And that was it's like a piano. You go, there is no H in the piano, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it was divided into tetrachords, into quadrants. And in this particular case, it's almost the same thing. But the relationship is that when you get to D, other things can happen in this particular waveform. And you can see we did a peak D on the first move from the low of 21,712 in the Dow on the 26th of December to this peak right here on the 18th of 24,750, pulls back, starts another alternate count, and that count resolved itself 2 days ago by making a peak D on, what is today, Friday, on Wednesday at 25,439, just 17 points above the previous high, made it with a tiny little doji candle. Look at that little tiny doji candle right there. Tiny doji candles can be reversal or halfway markers. So at 25,980 on the 3rd of December, that's where we started the tumble to the downside after that tiny little reversal with the MACD and stochastic turning down. What's so interesting is that we've got our peak D. We had a sharp pullback. We went short on Wednesday on that opening slide. So we fortunately were already in position. And now what's interesting is I don't even have a sell signal in the Chapman wave methodology. I do not have a down arrow. I just have the plus sign, which is what I usually do with D, E, and F. And I have the 120-minute chart giving me really fabulous signals, but that's all short term. Here's the 120-minute chart. This is what I show my subscribers to my opening call. Show this chart on the left, and then the MACD and stochastic on the right. You got the MACD turned up right over there, around about 11:30 on the 30th. That was the last big turn up, and then crossed negative right there at yesterday's open. So I've got a sell mode already in the 120-minute chart. It went to a Chapman wave 5, just as it did right there at that peak D. And now what we're looking at is we're on the way. If there is any price move below 25,000.52, that starts a leg C to the downside in Chapman wave 3. There could be a bigger bounce. I don't think so. We'll see what happens. Now, in the Chapman wave methodology, let me just go back to the daily, right there. You see this pattern called the Chapman wave stalk leg formation, something I developed way back in 1986, I think it was. When there's a very strong move and then there's an oval pattern, it has to be oval. It can't be rectangle. That's a different thing. And if it's oval and it spirals to the upside, that could be a one-to-one propeller shaft. But a stalk leg says long move to the upside, number of peaks, but it goes sideways in an oval pattern. Then it breaks nominally to the upside. How nominally, we don't always know. But when it turns down, it creates the beak. So you got leg, leg, body, body, neck, neck, and now we're into the beak. And this beak says that it should come back into the top of the body. That's 24,860. And at that point, we have to do a whole bunch of analysis, because if it goes down below the body low, in this case, if it goes under 24,244, that is something completely different. If it stops within this body, we'll talk about that when I return. The Dow futures are now down 114. S&P futures are down 13. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour, early edition.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
So we're back, and this, as I say, is the early edition that's going to be replayed at noon. This is at 8 o'clock. This is now 8:18 in the morning. Dow futures are quite sharply lower, down 116, and S&P's down 13. And a couple of things I just wanted to mention here is that Herb used to create programs for himself that he would trade. He would like to do it in 3 seconds to 7 seconds. It would be early in the morning, and then it'd be done. And then he'd go off and have lunch somewhere. And he created these programs, gap down, gap up, all sorts of things like that. Really fascinating guy, just totally enveloped in he wanted his mind to always be working and always be working on different objectives, which is what I always gave him a challenge for. And yeah, as I said, he was one of the very first people over at, was he at MIT? Yes, at MIT, and to work on the computer, and I'm going to miss it. And I also had misfortune of losing another dear friend, also someone, he was a psychiatrist who retired from the administrative part of psychiatry and was always, from the time he went to college, I think he went to NYU, he always was fascinated with sound, and he loved the engineering part of it. So when he retired, just before he retired, actually, I met him, and he mentioned to me that he did some recording. I said, well, I have a professional group. We'd love to have someone record us. And he did all my recordings. He did recordings for a number of really wonderful groups here in the Boston area. This was when I was a professional musician. And I just heard that he passed away on Sunday. I don't know what's going on around here. And I think he was 89. He was really, he had a really good life. And up until he was 86, he and his wife would go on biking trips. Yeah, I'll miss Bill. So, yeah, not a good week. So, yeah, we are looking at the S&P. Did also make the peak D. It made the peak D already yesterday with this tiny little, what I call Chapman wave silent doji. The high was 2738.98. Yesterday's, 2 days ago, the high was 2738.08, 90 cents less. With a tiny little doji, that's what I call Chapman wave silent doji. That gave me the signal to say, good chance that we have a sharp pullback, and of course we've got that. Here again, the MACD is really strong. Unless you're going to get the MACD failing and the stochastic going, that is crossing negative, the green line over the red line, under the red line, and the stochastic, which is 94, to go under 80%, you're going to need a lot of points. It's going to mean that every rally today fails, every rally over the next week fails, and we really plunged down to the 2663, maybe 2650s on the S&P. I think that's what it would take to get that negative. So my thinking here is we've got two choices. One is there's going to be the bulk of the move is now, then there's going to be some kind of news-related bounce, and then there's maybe a lower low, and we use up time. And at some point, the MACD does get weaker and the stochastic does get weaker, but the price is held pretty well. And at that stage, if we get any news whatsoever that is favorable towards the whole China, America, the confab that's going on right now and conflagration that's going on now, there could be a very sharp rally. So it's going to take price. And here again, Chapman wave stalk-like formation, you want to see the price go deep into the 26, under the 2660s. All right, let's go to the QQQ, 1, 2, 3, QQQ Technical Fridays. I'm getting a bit in the weeds today with the Chapman wave methodology. My subscribers know what we're looking at. Here as well, we've had a Chapman wave stalk-like formation. This is almost like a one-to-one, but not quite a one-to-one, but it's expanded a little higher than the usual neck. But the 200-period moving average of 167.18 is the 200-period moving average support. We're at 166.84 pre-market, down 1.39 already today from the close yesterday of 168.23. We'll see what happens. Why? In all three cases that we've looked at now, the weekly charts have been fabulous, just really good. Not in relation to the monthly charts that still need a lot of work, but really good considering where we were just a month and a little bit, back in the end of December. There was some scary stuff going on. So what do I say? All the upsides, I think, are capped at least for now, at least for the next couple of days. But the downside is beginning to be a little bit open. And what I said to subscribers, if today we go to the E-mini, let's say, if the E-mini is, in fact, what did I say? Let me just quickly go to that. I don't want to misquote myself. Let's go to that. And I said, all right, there. Yep, there it is. I'll show you what I did. Every day I show my subscribers this, and I send this into the den. The numbers these days are so big, it's really up and above a certain level or below a certain level. And I said, at a daily peak D, like the daily Dow with the Chapman wave stalk-like beak unfolding, it targets 2677s. So that's the target for this particular move to the downside in this particular phase right now. MACD is still positive. Stochastic is at 87%. That's strong. Both are tilting down, but not yet crossed negative. The weekly hit the 200-period orange resistance in leg B could now rest. The 120-minute must hold 2685 support. If the E, we're at 2691 right now. If the ES is minus 10 or more at 11:10 this morning, that's Eastern time, with no bounce by 1:30 p.m. to the minus sixes, but weak in the afternoon, expect a weak close. My thinking is it's kind of what we might be seeing here. We'll know within a short while. So that's that. The IWM, I'll just do this real quickly. IWM right now is trading 149.09, down minus 60. It's held actually much better than the others. The MACD is turned down, but it hasn't crossed negative, but it's getting much closer than the others. Stochastics at 92%. It's got a long way to go under 80%. Here again, more like just a mini, a sell mode from the 120-minute chart, but nothing yet to speak of in the daily chart. And the weekly chart is still very strong. Possible doji close. We'll see what happens next week if there's a lower high. Let's go now to gold. Gold was up a little bit before. It's up now 3.6. Nice little bounce. I've said that this is just a consolidation for gold. It's held very well. I think the dollar is going to be more the weaker one on the shorter term. This is leg D in the weekly chart for gold at 1317.7, up 3.5. We'll see where it closes. Some weird things can happen on a Friday, but this is good. It walked the 14-period moving average, which has supported the 1311 area, and the silver. So this is up 0.27. Silver is up 0.71%, a bigger percentage because it's smaller. But at the same time, at 1582. And one of the things that we were looking at is that silver weekly has made a leg C, probably a peak C today. But I said that if it can hold without breaking 15.28, 1520s, let's say, in the short term, if it can move even just a little higher, if it's able to move above 1615 in the next 3 to 4 sessions, then it should start to make a leg D above 16.20. That's the continuous contract above last week's high, and you've got the Chapman wave inside wedge target resistance line saying by the week of February the 22nd, if it closes above 16.20, it could target the high that was made all the way back right here. We've got a break coming up, and that says this high that was made on the 13th of July at 16.52. So those are the parameters. We'll talk about the dollar and the euro when we get back.
The universe provides us with opportunities all the time, and I was no different. In 2006, I invested $2,500 in a 2-day master trader course taught by Tom O'Brien, then ranked as the #1 market timer for gold. The fact is, if you want to be the best, you must learn from the best. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and the Market Timer of the Year for 2018. To celebrate this accomplishment, TFNN.com is offering you a free 2-week subscription to my award-winning newsletter service, and there's no charge to you until day 15 unless you cancel sooner. That's right, we're waiving the normal upfront deposit, and this offer is available to anyone and everyone, even if you've tried Mastering Probability before. Sign up now, and I'll teach you the tool that identified the bottom in the Dow on January 26th, the morning that led to the largest daily point gain in history. This offer will expire on February 10th, so go to the homepage of TFNN.com now and click on Mastering Probability.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour, and this is the pre-recorded show live right now at 8:30 in the morning, and we will be going to, this will be recorded and played back at noon for my usual time. And we're looking at the futures now down 90, 99, come back a little bit. Maybe there's some report at 8:30 this morning. Let's see. So question I have here is still target 15/16 for Krone. Krone, let's do that right now. Kronos Group, nice bounce yesterday. What I do I have to wait for the end of the day. But what I would normally do, because it's a weekly chart, I would grab the outer points of the weekly and I'd go like that. And if there starts to be a trade within that, I would make it a smaller one like that, wherever it is. So what I'm going to say is my thinking is that the MJ, that is the ETF for the cannabis sector, which has, of course, Cronus within it. My thinking is that there's going to be a consolidation. It's already started. And initially, it'll be found to be the one area that could be safe from the market at this particular point. But there's a good chance that it actually starts to pull back. And I would say that if you have the Cronus, some of you already have it from way back, keep it in place. But I'm looking to see a break of the low that was made yesterday right here. And that would be at 18.72. And if it closes any day, if it closes under 18, there's a real good chance that between the 17s and the 16s, that's where we're going to find above this little candle right here, the candle of the 25th with a high of 1630 and a low of 1546. That's going to be your baseline. It doesn't have to get there, but that's kind of what I'm looking at as possibly very good support. That's what must be big support. Otherwise, it goes even lower. So it doesn't have to even get there. But I'm looking at the 14-period moving average of 1876 in Cronus. And I'm saying, wow, really nice bounce. That was, look, 2 points. No, more. Yeah, two and 3/4 points. Very nice bounce off that low. Now you can have maybe a little bit of an inside day. My thinking is there'll be a little H pattern and that there will be a slide under 18. Let's look at it again under 18 because this is really an IPO. It's only been out a year and a half, 2 years. It doesn't have a history. This is the first time it's making leg E in the monthly. If it becomes a peak E and there's a pullback to the 17s, we might find that the cannabis stocks take a longer period of time to consolidate, and then there's another big move to the upside. So I'll just keep these little patterns in place right now, and let's look at it. Have a little patience. Yeah, I would not be buying it now. Yes, it could. I mean, the sector is on fire, as they say in the classics, and it could easily, climb higher. Actually, I shouldn't say easily. It could climb higher. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's done with this big move to the upside. It just needs time. So that's what I'm thinking. I own a long-term account from a much lower cost, looking to buy. Yes. So I figured S&P, that's exactly what you were doing. Don't keep your core position. I don't think you're going to be able to get that again for a long time. So keep that, and we'll have this trading position. We'll look at it together. And MJ is the actual ETF. We're still long from the 29s. It hit 38s. Now it's pulled back. It's at 35.22. I think same thing here. It just needs a timeout. And the weekly chart would suggest that as well. So, okay, let's move on. I want you to look at the dollar. The dollar right now is down 8 cents or 8 ticks at 96.50. It had a nice test, just missed by 2 cents. Oh, 69. No. This is E/A. Oh, isn't that nice? I'm pleased I checked it because during the day yesterday, it had just missed it. So this is the, I like to use these nicknames. So this is the Groucho Marx eyebrows, V-shape or cup formation, schnoz right here. The eyebrows go over there. This is 96.69. And this says, watch this closely. There could be a double top. If there's a double top, watch at 96.50 right now. Watch the 96.16 to 96 area. A close under that says we should make a full arch and do the retest of the 95.38 200 period exponential moving average. The orange, this is the dollar, but the weekly chart is still looking really pretty good considering this is quite a big consolidation, and the monthly chart is still absolutely terrific. What I'm looking at here is that later in the year, I don't know how late, it could be sooner or later, but sometime in 2019, the dollar actually kicks in for another burst to the upside. That's my thinking, and that says that gold and the dollar are in separate universes now. They're not moving one for one or in directional counterpoint. Sometimes they're moving together, sometimes they're moving in opposites. So they are now in separate. The dollar is international currency. This is my interpretation. I have no proof. and I'll never have proof, but this is my thinking, and I think I'm right, I don't know. I'm saying that international countries are buying the dollar for security because America is still the strongest country economically in many other ways. And at the same time, gold is a fear factor, and that's been moving up. Not all the gold stocks have participated, but the gold has been really good, and silver's followed very nicely. Now they're just doing some high-level consolidation. The dollar in its intermediate term is in the lower level consolidation. Therefore, I think you can do quite a bit more testing of the 95s. We'll see. And then I think it goes higher. Got that out the way. EUR USD, euro dollar. It looks like what might happen to the dollar, but this is the inversion. Sorry, it's the inversion of the dollar. In other words, this MACD and stochastic might turn up from here, but so far it's just stuck in a range between the high 1.12s and the low 1.15s. It's just stuck there, hasn't done anything. Weekly looks lousy, monthly looks lousy, and the USD JPY, that is the yen, US dollar, is just holding very nicely, not going anywhere, but really held very firm. Let's look at the British pound. I don't always look at the British pound. British peak D, Chapman wave peak D, right there at 1.3252 on the 25th of January, and now it's trading in the 1.30 area. It hit 1.29. So we'll watch it. Roku, question about Roku. I'm always fascinated by Roku. I had it for about a couple of months, years and years ago. Never, of course, never even took it out. No, I did. I took it out of the package, tried to do something. Didn't work for me, and I just left, and eventually one of my kids took it, of course. The F. Okay, Roku has made a peak F. I think it's the same as the others. The MACD is very strong. Stochastic's a little weaker at 76%. I wouldn't be surprised if Roku trading at 46.28 now, pre-market 58 cents lower. 45.08 is the 200-period moving average. I would not be surprised if it slips to the 44s. That's where let's look at it again. Can Roku as well? They report in a couple of weeks. Let's wait a moment here. I'm not going to do anything with it. I would look at it and keep it on your mind. It's in an area that often finds favor and then it goes out of favor. I don't know much about it, but I know it's an alternative way of looking, using the internet. And I'm just going to say, it looks to me like it needs to test the 44s, and then we'll have to look at it again. If it spikes to 51.5, really good action. I personally just wouldn't buy it right here. If that helps you in the den, yeah. So let's go to the, we've got a break coming up. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Commissioners Hour, early edition. Futures are down, 102 in the Dow.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Hi, folks. So this is a tribute show for me to my dear friend that I lost, Herb Brun. And he did just a tremendous amount of work for me. The irony is that I really didn't use it all. I used it more as a reference points because the Chapman Wave methodology is really so robust that this really added to it. It really was a great addition. I'll show you right now. Look, here's the TLT, shows you the parameters. I've been saying that the close above 122.35-ish, somewhere around there, 122.40 would really start to target the most recent high, the 123.80, what was that, 123.86 level. Look, the other parameters, the TLT, and look at the resistance, 122.39 automated, 123.78 in the monthly, 122 in the 120-minute chart. We were already above it at 122.05. Let me just show you this. And these are all based on technical aspects that I told him I wanted to use as projections for the Chapman Wave resistance levels and support levels. Look at all the resistance levels you got right up there going to the Dow high, and now we've pulled back, and now the support levels, you don't have any support levels until you get to 24,999 in the 120-minute chart. What was yesterday's low? 25,000.57 or something like that, within a dollar of that. Really nice work that he did. S&P, SPX. S&P right now, so the S&P is showing that we went a little bit above the resistance levels in the daily chart. Look at the top, 2963.76 was the automated, and what was the high in September? 2940.91. Yep, 2940.91. Yes, 2963. Isn't that nice? It went right through that resistance, which was also support, and now 2265 was the most recent low automated support, and we went down to 2346. We never got there. Yeah. So these are very important to me. I like to now. I never used them for a long time because I felt that I had the parameters. So I've come back to it, and I'm just amazed at it. Look at this 120. Look at the short term. Look right here. We can go to the short term. Look at this, 2686.60, I think it says, 30. And what was the low? 2687.00. It went to within 50 cents of that low, and now it's bounced. And here's the resistance, 2694.18. So I have been using them a lot more now in my trading. I do like this. I drew the arch formation. I drew another arch formation, and I just didn't have time. What I normally do is this. I draw a cup formation. A successful test of the left side can produce a cup formation. Now we've got to what? Peak A, peak B, peak C. Now we're in leg D, right at the 200-period moving average, which should give you some kind of resistance. And this is minus 11 on the E-mini right now as we speak at 8:45 a.m. Eastern time this morning. So yeah, tribute to Herb. Now, I wanted to do also crude oil. Crude oil right now is trading up 0.19 at 52.83. I had said that the technicals were just starting to deteriorate in oil. We've made a peak E. There should be a pullback. Pullback as I was speaking yesterday, I believe we just went underneath the 14-period moving average. Now we're at 52.81. And you can see by the weekly chart, this is starting to really struggle up against these resistance points. Hey, let's just have a look here and see what it says. Continuous contract crude oil has, let's see, 41.22 level is support in the monthly, 52.14s in the daily, and it broke to the upside. Now it's pulled back a little bit from the low. Yeah, 50.66 is the daily. Right there, what was the low? 51.80. So it's stuck in a range. Crude oil is just stuck in a range. And my suspicion is based on where's the 120-minute chart. There it is. That 52.89 is going to be the resistance to take out, and there it is. 52.21 is support, 52.89. So I love these things. It's just another thing. It's not, it's just another tool. You can't 100% rely on it. You have to do your own work as well. So thank you, Herb. Now let's go to a couple of things. Remember Google, I said the other day, Goog, this is Alphabet Corporation, this is a C stock. This is not the one people trade. Google is the one they do, but I don't care. I'm doing this one here. I said it made 1147 round number high, and it's pulled back to the low yesterday of 1,086 round number. It's trading right now at 1,089, down 877 from the close. It looks to me like Goog has got consolidation going on. 1060s, 1055 will be very important. To close below 1055 in the next few days says, uh-oh, it could come a little deeper, and we'll do one step at a time. But here's the cup formation that I love to look at. And a cup this is the cup formation based on the Grand Canyon cascade to the downside with an important series of highs on the left sometime in October, round about Google, in this particular case, round about the 1128, 1130 area. And there was a left side, right side price time match. I think Larry has this as a, what does he call it when it has a matching, the point of contact matches to the time in either a cup or it could be a rising pattern, but it uses the same amount of bars on the left to the bars on the right, and then you can get a pretty good pullback. His friends, James, got an MAN at the end of it. Can't remember right now. Anyway, this has the match. Look, there's a time match. It has a price and a time match, but I chose this particular gap down, this area right here, and it did it beautifully. Look at that, almost to the day. It went to 1147, round number high, and now it's pulled back quite sharply. So this is the cup. A Chapman Wave cup and ladle breakout would have been if this continued high instead of yesterday, 2 days ago, ugly bar. If it just continued into the 1163 area, I would have said, whoa, brand new up move, and that can go to even higher prices before coming back in the Chapman Wave cup and ladle formation. This is not. This is so far a failure pattern. All right, a couple of things I was asked about. If I would look at the XLF right now is trading at 2580. I shouldn't say this is the close yesterday. I somehow haven't got a pre-market. 2580. Let's see what happens, because what's really important about this is it's holding very well. The MACD's just about across negative, but still very good. Stochastics at 87%. I'm going to see if there's any close in the XLF below 25. It's 2580 right now. If it closes under 2520, that'll be a warning that there's going to be probably a deeper correction in the financials. I don't want to see that. I would like it to kind of meander to the side, slightly lower lows and slightly lower highs. That's that. Next thing I was asked about, let me just check. So thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Sorry for your losses. I've also lost people recently. Thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, it's both Bill and Herb were very dear friends. They're almost like mentors in a way, although they didn't mentor me in anything, but they were just elders to be respected. They had such terrific knowledge of so many different things. Basil, looks like several of your charts still have C to D to go on the weekly to the upside, but your monthly appears to have a C to D to go on the downside. Am I seeing this incorrectly? No, I think you're right. I'll talk about that when we get back. Final segment. Basil Chapman, pre-recorded, live, 8 o'clock in the morning till 9, and it'll be played at noon. Be right back.
The universe provides us with opportunities all the time, and I was no different. In 2006, I invested $2,500 in a 2-day master trader course taught by Tom O'Brien, then ranked as the #1 market timer for gold. The fact is, if you want to be the best, you must learn from the best. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and the Market Timer of the Year for 2018. To celebrate this accomplishment, TFNN.com is offering you a free 2-week subscription to my award-winning newsletter service, and there's no charge to you until day 15 unless you cancel sooner. That's right, we're waiving the normal upfront deposit, and this offer is available to anyone and everyone, even if you've tried Mastering Probability before. Sign up now, and I'll teach you the tool that identified the bottom in the Dow on January 26th, the morning that led to the largest daily point gain in history. This offer will expire on February 10th, so go to the homepage of TFNN.com now and click on Mastering Probability.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark have launched a special for a limited time only. Save 25% off Primal Edge and Health Signals. Just use promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or use promo code PRIMAL for Primal Edge and save 25% off instantly when you sign up. All the details are available on each order page at TFNN. Certified personal trainer Nico DeHaan's newsletter Health Signals comes out twice a month and is packed with great information on health, fitness, and diet. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox, and contains a special blend of ionic soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form. This sale won't last long. Sign up now using promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or PRIMAL for Primal Edge and save 25%. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com right now.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Hi, folks. So straight after this will be the one and only Larry Pesavento. Should be a great show as always with Larry. But if you're listening at the noontime, of course, it'll be Steve Rhodes and then Dave White and Tom O'Brien wraps it up. So let me just do a couple of things in the few moments I've got here. And I do appreciate the sympathy, the empathy notes that I've been getting. Yes, I did lose 2 dear friends over the last 2 weeks, and they were really important to me, and it's tough. It just both were kind of surprises. So in the Chapman Wave methodology, we're looking at stalk leg formation. That would suggest that somehow, some way, the Dow is going to test the 24,860 level, close at 25,169. The futures are down about 122 points. We are short the Dow. We are also short another instrument. And what I wanted to say is that, yep, we did have one, I call it a lousy miss yesterday, a 3.5% loss that we took in one particular thing that I really mistimed it. I should have waited a day, and I just didn't do that. It was a bad trade all around. I'm taking the onus for that. But other things have worked out extremely well. The short has worked out well. And I'm going to mention this now, even though I'm a little superstitious in that I do not like to do it. But how else would you know what we do if we don't mention it? We did go, the SMHs, the SMH is down at $1.32 right now pre-market. We shorted the SMHs at the open yesterday. This is a peak F in the daily chart. I'm calling it an F4 now. The MACD is still strong. The stochastics at 94%. It's going to have to be a severity of the price move down that takes the technicals, unless otherwise it's going to go sideways. And I'm just saying that within the context of the markets, what I'm looking at here, let me do this as an automatic SMHs. Let's see what that said. I haven't even looked at it actually. SMHs says 103.87 is the high in the weekly chart. 99.30 is at one reason. It's gone all the way through to the downside. The key support levels it broke above, and look at that 112.48 in the monthly chart. 140 was the all-time high. So we are short this in the 3 times short position. So of course, we'll see. By the end of the day, this could have a big rebound. But we had to do something. It looked weak. It looked like it was there. The 120-minute chart is already in a sell mode. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Check out my opening call. Go to the front page of TFNN. Have a great day. See you on Monday.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.